Hello, everyone. This is Aaron from Deep Dive Discography, joined today by Erinc, from one half of Mantar. How are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's start off properly. Congratulations. The charting has been really great for this album.
Yeah, I saw it's like kind of unexpected because we are not like a charting band, but this is always something you can show your parents, at least.
Yeah.
Mom, do you remember like the charts when we were younger, like with Madonna and stuff like that? Yeah, that's the same. And now we are like number two in Germany. I mean, no longer, but in the first week we got like
Yeah.
yeah, number two. Yeah.
Yeah. Number two in Germany. You managed number 60 in America,
Mm.
which is it's a big feat, especially the album title isn't for the faint of heart, to put it nicely.
Yeah. It's kind of like it reflects like the reality we went through to make the album, and you can like it's up to your interpretation. So it was very painful to do it, and it took a long time, and yeah, it was even painful in a physical way because Hanno hurt his knee two times, the same knee. He had to go through surgeries and stuff, and he couldn't walk like for months, and then yeah, I think this is the end. So it can also be like this the end of the pain. So but we don't see the end of the pain yet because it's still so much work, and COVID is still here, and planning touring is still hard because you can't rely that you're gonna play the shows you're booking because it's not reliable. So for example, in Germany, like now the fall is coming and everybody's talking about, yeah, it's gonna be hard. There will gonna be another COVID wave and stuff like that. And we are like, okay, when will things get normal so we can go on with the stuff we're doing and we love to do?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, on top of all the uncertainty there's
Yeah.
been so much issue with flights and all that around Europe as
Yeah, I
well.
heard that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really difficult time to be a touring band in Europe at the moment.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So what goes into your thought process when it comes to writing an album like this?
Actually, we are writing not always the same way. Like I think like the first record we rehearsed like a year and wrote songs together, and the second album it was already like Hanno bringing up like riffs or like a little bit of arrangements, and then we went like in the rehearsal room like for weeks or 2 months and worked on the stuff. And on the current album, it was more like Hanno wrote like almost ready songs because if you don't have the time to like, if you like only have 3 or 4 weeks, it's kind of takes too long to think about like what would sound good. It's better to have like something almost ready that we can work together on to kind of decide if it works in a band or if it's like only sounding good when you play it on guitar or like have the impression that this melody is good. And this time it was like Hanno wrote all this stuff, we worked on it, but like I said before, it got pretty painful because we had no pressure because we don't have like a record label at that time, and nobody was telling us, yeah, the record has to be ready in like 2 months or something. We put the pressure on ourselves because we have to put pressure because otherwise it will take too long, and we don't want to like write like 1 or 2 years on a record. So we want to like finish it in kind of in 4, 5, 6 weeks. But this time it was like we were not that content about what we were doing, and there was like the injuries of Hanno, and then we were like not getting where we wanted, and then we saw that we already booked the studio time, and it was like, I don't know, in 1 week, and we still wanted to write 5 or 6 new songs, and it was almost impossible. And yeah, but normally, if you, to come to your question, Hanno brings the riffs. He brings like sometimes almost ready songs, and then we work on it together. But on this, in this particular record, he was like, after we almost broke up because we couldn't finish the songwriting process, we took off like for like a month or something, and I guess he wrote like 3 songs completely on his own, and he just sent me the demos, and he asked me about the drums and stuff like that, and I said, okay, cool, we can work on it. And then I practiced them, and it was like, okay, I'm not like I'm how can I say, I was not in that when the song was written, but on the other hand, when I get a song that I'm not involved in, I'm so much more objective to say, oh, this is a good song, because if you work on something on your own, you're never sure about if it's good or not. You know, you did it by yourself, and it was fun to play, and it may sound good, but is this heavy? Is this good? You don't know. And so if I get like songs that I was not involved while writing, I know if it's good or not, because it's not like, I don't want to say it's good because I did it. It's good because it's good. And like, yeah. And yeah, that's the way we did the last record. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if you when you write a song, you can end up a little bit too close to it. It's hard to really justify if it's good, if it's bad, or you know, if it's not really coming along the way you want. Maybe you still just want to shove it in there because it's yours. It's got to become your baby.
Yeah, sure. And you try to do your best, but that's the other point. If you work so focused, and if you like into these songs day in, day out, you try to bring in your best, but then you don't know if this is like really good what you're doing, or if it's like just something you do, or if like the best of you is, it's not that good, or people, we don't know if people, when we put out a record, we are not so sure about if people want to like it or hate it. So it's always good to like be like, then getting on number 2 of the charts in Germany is like, oh, I guess they like it.
It's always gratifying, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, based off your guys' lyrical content and all that kind of stuff, do you feel like people might feel like you're a little bit, I don't want to say antisocial, it's not the right way to say it, but do you think people might be a little bit iffy about meeting you, especially when it does come to playing smaller shows?
Oh, yeah, you can see that, but it doesn't really happen, because like in real life we are like very funny and lovely people. And yeah, sometimes when we're on stage, or like especially when Hanno is like doing his pose, and I'm not sure, maybe people are a little scared, and but no, I think like the talking with the fans after the shows is always so nice, and I don't think they're like have too much respect or something.
So what's next for Mantar? Are you hitting the road? Have you already started booking shows?
Yeah, kind of. Next is like maybe a little vacation. The first one for like the last years, and we are playing like some shows like the day after tomorrow, and on Saturday we're playing the Wacken Festival on Friday night, and another festival on Leipzig in Germany on Saturday. Then we take like a few weeks off and continue touring in September, mainly in Germany. There are like a few days outside, like Denmark, and we're playing Turkey. We're playing Istanbul in October, That's about it, and the rest is we're still planning because, like I said, COVID is still very active here, and it's going to be reanimated in the fall. So the rest is not so secure, but on the other hand, touring is the plan. I hope we will able to do it either later fall or like in spring next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's not too long, but there's so much uncertainty going on right now that it is kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it depends on the countries sometimes, but I think Germany is pretty strict about it, and the German people are all a little, how do you say, afraid of getting the virus again and again. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, obviously Walken's a huge festival, so that's
Yeah.
obviously a big deal.
And it's sold out. I don't know what the people think of that. So is there no COVID? They have no tent stages anymore. This might be because of COVID, because if you like open air, it's like not that dangerous. I don't know. Yeah.
What songs are you most looking forward to playing from the new album?
I kind of like the simple songs. So I'm a big fan of the opener, Egoisto. I think we are not planning to play it as an opener on one of the shows, but I can imagine to like start a show with Egoisto, the opener. We are also practicing those songs, and like the singles, like what was the Hang 'em Low, really fun to play because it's like it's if you're playing drums to this song, is for me it's pretty orchestral because there are like so many ups and downs and dynamic parts, and it's really fun to play. So also like Grim Reapin, which is like a little, I don't know how to say, not like a typical Mantar song maybe, but it's really fun to play and it works. And we already played it live. We had like a show in our hometown in Bremen like a week ago. Yeah, and maybe like Frost and Decay. We're also rehearsing that. So this is also very fun to play and very energetic. Like, yeah, those are like the songs we chose like for the first round. I think they're kind of all fun to play. I'm looking forward. The thing is, if you play like new songs that you never played before, it's also like very exciting for yourself, for the band, because it's like, I mean, we toured like the first record like 2 years and played the 10 songs on that record over and over, and then you're like going to autopilot kind of. You don't want to, but it's like you don't think too much. And now when you're playing a new song, it's like pretty exciting for yourself. So it's like you get like kind of goosebumps on particular parts and stuff like that, and playing harder than you should because you have to finish the song. Like things, but it's really fun. Yeah.
It's no longer just muscle memory.
Yeah, it's a good like to be ready and have the songs ready to play them live. It was like such a long road, and all the stuff that all the work. I don't want to say work, but it's like work. We are like working for months and have not a one day off, like working or rehearsing or shooting videos, traveling here and there, having like I don't know, meetings with people and doing merch. I'm doing the merch from my home here. I'm sending everything to the people who are like ordering stuff. Because it's COVID, why should we outsource it if we have the time to do it? It's like our band, it's like our stuff. So we are like taking care of it by ourselves. Yeah.
Cut out the middleman, makes it easier.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not easier for yourself, but you don't have to worry about stuff getting lost, really.
No.
And so like duos in metal is obviously not that common. A lot of bands have 4, 5, 6 plus people.
Yeah.
Do you find that people new to the band kind of seem a little.
Well, the first impression of the people is they say,
yeah,
you need a bass player. Why don't you have a bass player? Yeah, and our answer is, well, when we started the band, we wanted to have a bass player, but we couldn't find one. No one wanted to join our band, and we didn't want to like write like announcements that there's a band looking for a bass player, and then you get like, I don't know, 20 crappy people who are not understanding what you're into. So we didn't want to like. We asked like friends and people we knew, and no one wanted to join us. So then Hannah like used a splitter and used like 3 amps at one time, and then we had like our first show as a 2-piece, and it worked well. So we thought like, okay, let's stay like this. Why not? At the end, you get more money. Only 2 people.
Yeah, works out for the best.
But it was not like our intention to be something special, like a 2-piece band. I mean, if you're like if you look around and you know you're concentrating on 2-piece bands, you will find a lot of 2-piece. There are many 2-piece bands. It's not really something special, and so we didn't wanted to like have like this mission to be a 2-piece loud but extremely loud band. It just happened because we couldn't find like a third member. And now it's like, why should we? It's like our thing. We are Mantar, we are 2 people. And actually we are pretty used to be a 2-piece now. It makes a lot of things easier. Some stuff like loading out maybe a little harder. But it's good, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point you're 10 years into the career as Mantar.
Yeah, kind of.
It's it's been a long journey, of course. 5 albums.
That's true. I remember like the beginning when we were like telling everyone, yeah, our band is existing like half a year, and we have 1 record out and this and that, and now we really have to choose like the songs for a live set, because they're like pretty so much that we would like to play all of them, but it's impossible. So we are like gonna play like 5-hour shows. But it's interesting. So, and then we thought like this might be like our hit songs, and let's just play the hit songs. And then we like made a set list for a show. Okay, we have too many hit songs. Like our own impression. I don't know if we have like big hits. There are a few, but if you take like the 3 best songs of every record, so they're like, yeah, almost more than we play like on a live show.
Yeah. What would you like, just out of curiosity for yourself, what would you say the key songs that you have to have in a set are?
I have to look. There are a few. Like there are like a lot of songs from the first record. Like we always play the song, the opener from our first record, Spit. I think this is a song we played on every single show. I actually don't know if we played maybe like about 350 shows. And we always played Spit. Then there's this song called Era Borealis. People are yelling, they want to hear it. I didn't know this. When we were writing that song, I was like, okay, it's a little catchy, but it's not really my kind of song. And then the people heard it and they always want to hear Era Borealis. Normally our last song was White Nights from the first record. So this is like, if we have the time, we play that one. Also like Cross the Cross. This was like our first video that we shoot, like a not big production, but like when we went to New York, to Brooklyn, to shoot this video, and it was kind of like fun, a little vacation. This is a great song. We love to play that. Like yeah, let me think about it. Astro Cannibal, you know that one? I had a hard time with that song because it has like a very, very difficult tempo. It's like between very slow and moderate tempo, and it's kind of hard to play because I tend to play faster and faster. You don't have to, if you play the songs too fast, that are supposed to be not too fast. It doesn't sound good, so it's but this is a song we also played like on almost every show that we played. Age of the Absurd from the third album. It's also something we love. Yeah, that's about it, maybe. Yeah.
Fair few.
Yeah, there are a few. There are even more, and sometimes we play like we choose like songs that we haven't played for a long time, and then there was always this song called "Swinging the Eclipse" that had like this hard drum part in the beginning. We may play that again soon, stuff like that, because we have like something that's faster in the verse. Yeah, kind of like that. I hope like the people like it. Another song that we play like since the last tour is a Pest Crusade. It's from the Spell EP. It was recorded when we recorded our second album, Out of the Flame, but we put it like on the EP as a B-side. This is pretty much fun to play. It has like, I don't know how to describe. I mean, I'm a drummer. I'm thinking of grooves and like parts that like kick in and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it's nice to hear stuff that isn't just, you know, the A side from the more popular records. Sometimes you do want those B sides, as everyone has those sneaky little songs that's like, I really like that, but you never get to hear it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, last but not least, do you have anything you would like to say to your fans listening in?
I would really recommend you that you listen to our latest album, because now that the work is almost done about this, I think it might be really good. And of course, like I said before, we want to tour a lot more, and even if it's not possible right now or on the fall because of COVID, I hope that next year we will be able to play like in the United Kingdom and Scotland and stuff like that, to like not only Germany. That's what we are really looking forward to, and to maybe it's even good that we're like not playing now. Maybe we're gonna rehearse more and be better next year. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, really looking forward for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and for everyone who is listening. Pain is Forever and This Is the End is the new album. It's a spectacular album, to put it politely and nicely, and not to overstate it. But yes, it is out now through Metal Blade Records. So however you listen to music, make sure you listen to it and support these guys.